back to StarrSoap's channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Today I am making a remake of my awesome popular man soap for the blokes. I love man scents. So this one is going to be scented in a blend of Attitude Type and Bay Rum. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make it. Squee! So first things first, we're going to add our cooled lye water to our cooled oils. And I've got distilled water with my caustic soda and a pinch of mulberry silk, so that's why I sifted out. And in my bowl I've got olive oil, soybean oil, coconut oil, canola oil, castor oil, shea butter and apricot kernel oil all mixed up in there. I beg your pardon, I haven't added the apricot kernel oil yet, that's coming. So mixing to a light trace. And it's time to separate out into two equal portions. I'm going to be splitting the batch in half and making half white and half black. So that's what I'm up to now. And I'm just going to add the super fat of that apricot kernel oil that I talked about before. Here it goes now. So the recipe does include the apricot kernel oil, it just hadn't gone in yet. So I'm just mixing that in well and then separating the batch off. I'm just eyeballing half and half, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to try a vertical mantra swirl just for a laugh. There's no real reason apart from the fact that I saw some other people doing it during the challenge and I thought, oh, that's interesting, so I thought I'll give it a go just for the heck of it. So I've just added activated charcoal and titanium dioxide, so activated charcoal to the black and titanium dioxide to the white, and I'm just adding the fragrance oil now. First I'm using the last of my Attitude Type fragrance oil and then I'm just topping it up with a splash of Bay Rum fragrance oil. Both are super great manly scents in my opinion, and I think they actually blended together really nicely, although I think I'll probably buy Attitude Type again because I would love to stock these two different soaps. I'd love to have Bay Rum and I'd love to have my man soap as two different nice manly scents, and especially because I personally love man scents, I would buy them and use them even though I'm a girl. So okay, now it's time to pour into the mould, and our soap got a little bit thick as you can see. That's due to the activated charcoal and in the white due to the kaolin, beg your pardon, the titanium dioxide. I think there is kaolin clay in there as well actually. It just causes, if you have any clay or any oxide, it tends to cause your soap to thicken up a little bit. It doesn't go lumpy like cottage cheese, it just goes thick like pudding. So just means you have to work a little bit quicker and you can't necessarily get those really light wispy swirls. So now I'm just layering the white on top of the black because instead of going side by side for a normal mantra swirl, I'm going to be going one colour on top of the other and then using my hanger up and down to try and make the vertical mantra swirl, which would allow me to cut my soap the way I'm used to and get 9 bars from the loaf like I'm used to. So if you watched the other mantra video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you should go check that out because it's a really cool video. The Herbs Mantra, I'll leave an annotation and I'll leave a link below as well, so you can check that out if you haven't already. So now I'm just swirling the top, not for any decorative reason but more to help it settle into the mould. It's so thick and tapping it doesn't really seem to be doing much. So now I'm putting my hanger in and up and down and up and down and up and down, as you can see. One more down and up just to try to get a cool swirl and wiping off the excess soap there onto the top, and I'll tap it all down, and now I'll finish off by adding the last of the white and the last of the black soap side by side on the top, and then attempt to kind of mantra swirl them in the traditional mantra just to give the top a really nice decorative look as well. But as you can see, because my soap has gotten quite thick, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be a nice beautiful wispy swirl like I often can achieve, and I love when I get those, but I also love all those good properties that the charcoal and the kaolin clay and everything adds to the soap. So I don't know, you can't have it all. So there's my little swirl. I'm going back and forth all the way from one end to the other and back again, and it looks messy, I'll grant you, but I still like it. I think it looks pretty. So time to zoom in for you guys. and we're back again the next day to cut the soap. And it's come out beautifully. It's quite hard, so I maybe should have cut it a couple of hours earlier, but it's gorgeous. I'm really happy, and I think that the swirl inside is the most exciting part. I can't wait to see if my vertical mantra worked out. So let's cut this bad boy and find out. Now, as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty pushing the cutter through the soap because, like I said, it got hard. And I think also another part of that is due to the clay and the activated charcoal. When it thickens the soap as you're making it and putting it in the mould, you can pretty much guarantee it will harden up quicker than a more fluid recipe, and I'm learning that as I go along. So that vertical mantra has turned out interesting. It's nowhere near as dramatic and as amazing as the other one, the traditional mantra that I did in the Herbs mantra video, but it still looks cool. And at the end of the day, these ones are for the blokes. They're not really into the pretty swirly swirls anyway. They're more about the function of the soap, and I can tell you now, the soap functions beautifully. I think it's great if you have oily skin, because of the activated charcoal, draws out toxins and impurities, but it also smells fantastic and it leaves you feeling really fresh. So all in all, I'm really chuffed with this soap and I'm very proud of it. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make this soap, and I'm just showing you a few photos now because I forgot to film the final cut bars. So we've got a couple of the pictures of the soap in the mould and a couple of pictures also of the soap lined up on the silicone mat and all cut into bars. So yeah, like I say, the vertical mantra didn't quite come out that great, but hey, I think in the future I might try a swirly technique instead of straight up and down, but this is cool. And this week I'd really like to highlight River Willow from the Witching Hour and her handmade soap that she shared in our Facebook group, StarrSoapy Family. So if you would like to have your photo highlighted one week, then please come along and join the group. Like I say, StarrSoapy Family over on Facebook, and share your pictures. So I hope you really enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, become a member of the StarrSoapy family, and feel the soapy love. Bye guys!
Feel like StarrSoap if you need love in the driest area. Remember the soap that can make you merrier. StarrSoaps, Starr. You won't